So welcome back to the We Are City channel for an episode of RFC 26 Manchester City Career Mode. Into episode 3, I believe it is now, with the season really getting off underway pretty well. We sit top of the table on 15 points, a 100% record so far. The only issue I have with the side at the moment is we're conceding too many goals defensively, and we need to work on that. Arsenal are the team in the title race with us, with Liverpool down in 6th currently. Work further down, you can see some teams are having a bad start to the season. Everton only on 1 point, Ipswich only on 2, and newly promoted Birmingham City on 3 as well. So the other sides that have been promoted this year alongside Southampton. We kick off today's episode, a big one against 6th place Liverpool, but let's have a look what's in store for the full episode today. So we're going to kick things off with a game against Liverpool away at Anfield. That's a massive one. Then we're going to play Napoli at home. We're going to play that one as well. On towards Southampton at home, which will simulate Manchester United and Manchester Derby away at Old Trafford, which will play PSV Eindhoven at home, which will simulate Burnley at home, will simulate, and we'll finish nearly the month, or the episode anyway, with a game away to Brentford in the Carabao Cup, leaving us with Newcastle away at St James's Park to start the next one. We've got a really tough start to the season. Newcastle away, Liverpool away, Man United away. We don't play Arsenal until November, and again, we play them away as well. So we've got a really tough task of sort of playing these big teams away from home at the start of the season, and then towards the latter stage of the season, it starts to get a little more easy. We start to play them at home. We play Arsenal at home in February. We play no away games in March. All away games in March, sorry. Man United at home in April. Look at that. Final games of the season against Liverpool, Bournemouth, Chelsea and Fulham away. So some big games for Manchester City in this season. Can Pep Guardiola's side lift the Premier League title once again? So last time we faced off against Liverpool, we actually lined up in this formation. I thought it worked really well in the Community Shield. It was individual mistakes that cost us. So we're going to line up in that same formation again with a few little tweaks and changes here and there. The Donnarumma start single. It's going to be a back three of Nunez, Captain Diaz and Joshko Vardiol, with Nuri playing as a very advanced sort of left wing back. Semenyo on the right with Nico and Rodri playing as holding midfielders in the midfield. It's then Reinders, Foden and Erling Haaland on the front three. They really are our kryptonite in this series. We've struggled to beat them, but maybe a bit of a change today. On the bench we've got Stones, O'Reilly, El Hilali, Anderson, Shaqiri, Savinho, Doku and Omar Marmoush. Is that the side that beats Liverpool for the first time in this series? Because we haven't beat them in a single game we've played against them. I hope so. Still awaits Pep Guardiola and Arne Slot. Manchester City have really struggled, haven't we, against Liverpool throughout this series, and yet to get a single win against them whenever we've played up against them. At Anfield, it's even more difficult. It might be even more difficult than the game at Wembley. It should be even more difficult. Arne Slot versus Pep Guardiola, and all the time so far, Slot has got the sort of better of the two managers in this particular fixture. However, in the long run, I mean, we went on and won the Premier League. Liverpool couldn't do that. They couldn't stop us despite doing the double over us, despite beating us, I think it was 3-1 and 3-0 last season. They beat us 3-2 in the Community Shield, but I thought we dominated that game, deserved to win that game. It's gone with a very similar personnel for City. I think in that one, Doku plays off the left and Matheus Nunes plays a right wing back. We've swapped things around a little bit. Nuri plays, Nunes plays at sort of centre back, which I know he can play there. I trusted him because Sanav wasn't quite fit to start. Semenyo is in there, he's been scoring really good goals at the moment. Rodri and Nico part of the midfield. I'm happy with the side. It is a defensive side from Pep Guardiola, but it's not entirely negative with the shape we've gone in. Liverpool have actually made a lot of signings, I think, in the transfer window. I mean, one of those I can see is Eder Militao on the side. Isak, we've got to keep quiet. Florian Wirtz, Mohamed Salah. It's a fantastic Liverpool side, but maybe today a City side with a 100% record at the start of the season can do the business. Let's see how Arne Slot does line up his Liverpool side officially. So Arne Slot lines up in a 4-2-3-1 formation. In between the sticks is, of course, Georgi Mamadashvili. It is Frimpong, Captain Van Dijk, Eder Militao and Kid against the back four. McAllister and Gravenberch in midfield two, and then Gakpo, Wirtz and Salah supporting Isak up top. What a team that is. On the bench, the likes of Dominic Szoboszlai. Move you back to Nico. Phone in the pockets here. Wide to Nuri. Nuri behind to Phil Foden. Fires one across the near post to Haaland. It's saved by Mamadashvili, and Semenyo can't follow it up. Well, that has been the thing against Liverpool. Putting the ball in the back of the net, we get our chances. Oh, terrible pass by the Spaniard. Here's Salah. Against Vardiol. Cross comes into the far post. Gakpo is lost. Nunez 1-0 Liverpool. Fantastic crossing by Mo Salah. Matheus Nunes loses Cody Gakpo at the far post, and he gets his first goal of the season. Big switch to Nuri. Just standing behind to Phil Foden, who gets there to Frimpong, back out to Nuri. Across the box to Haaland. It's Tajani Reinders! Tajani Reinders starts today at Anfield and gets the goal ahead of Ryan Shaqiri. And the Reinders scores to make it 1-1. levels things up for City's first goal of the Premier League season, and that is a really good finish from Rangers there. Another assist for Haaland, who gets so many assists sort of laying the ball off. It's in by Aitnuri to him. Haaland flicks it round the corner to Rangers, right at the edge of the box. He catches it, and he catches it true past Mamadashvili. Oh, Diaz has lost him. Alexander Isak, 2-1. Ruben Diaz completely loses Isak on the run there. I could see it happen. Tried to stop that pass going through from Florian Wirtz. He still finds the way through. Donnarumma gets a touch on it. And City's equaliser is immediately ruled out by Alexander Isak. What a finish. To Foden. Van Dijk with him. Aitnuri. Cross in. It's Rangers again! Tajani Rangers again makes it 2-2. A double for Rangers at Anfield. What a performance from him. Lofted ball in by Rian Aitnuri off that left-hand side. And Tajani Rangers finds himself free of Milos Kirikes and Gravenberch. And the midfielder who gets himself in the box. I mean, he's only got 60 heading accuracy. Doesn't look like it there. What a header by Rangers. A double at Anfield. And he's saying, listen, I know Shirky's in good form. I know Shirky's a fantastic player. But don't forget about me. It's a better pass into Nico. Much better. Haaland. Aitnuri. Foden. Through to Haaland here. Haaland at Anfield! 3-2 Manchester City. And just before half-time, we take the lead in a massive game at the top of that table. He's 9th already this season, Erling Haaland. Played through by Phil Foden. What it? Well, this is a game of goals. It's turned out to be the cracker that we thought it could be between two top sides. Erling Haaland poked through by Phil Foden, and Phil Foden finds him in a fantastic position. Bit of space in behind. 3-2 just before half-time. Diaz defending against him. Isak bullies him. Ruben Diaz is rubbish today. 3-3. Gakpo gets his second. What is Ruben Diaz doing there? I mean, the replays won't get shown, which is so frustrating. But Isak bodies Ruben Diaz. Physically outdoes him so easily here. Pulls it back to Gakpo. Donnarumma can't save. 3-3. Diaz tries to stop him. Salah, trouble for City. Wirtz. Good tackle by Nunes straight towards Isak. Chance again. Vardiol, what a block. And Semenyo picks it up. Brilliant from Joško Vardiol, who feels at the moment our only competent defender. Nico. Unsure of, and unsure of again there with that pass. Isak. Away from Ruben Diaz. Oh, Isak. He's in again here. Vardiol comes across. Diaz can't stop Salah. Donnarumma makes a save finally. Space here. Gravenberch. Anderson can't stop him. Diaz makes the block. Anderson. Second chance at a good pass into Tajani Rangers here. And Rangers in behind to Suez Semenyo. And here's Antoine Semenyo. And on to Erling Haaland. And City have the lead at Anfield. It's Erling Haaland. It's Semenyo again. It's 4-3. He's 10th of the season so far. Another assist for Antoine Semenyo, who is by far one of our most creative players off that right-hand side now. Great pass through to Haaland. I mean, it's a bit of a tap-in really for Haaland. I mean, Semenyo could go for goal himself, but he sets up Haaland. He tries. I mean, he might get the assist record, Semenyo. He's that effective off that right side. Rangers making that run back. Semenyo's done the right thing there. Go back to El Hilali and City start again. Rodri Rangers. Anderson. Marmoush. Doku. Marmoush is in. Omar Marmoush! 5-3, and I think that is, hopefully, game over. Back heel back through to the Rangers. Semenyo. Oh, taken off him by Kirikes. But that doesn't matter, because Manchester City have got a win at Anfield. It's a big win in terms of scoreline and in performance, I would say. We continue our 100% record. Defensively, we've got issues because we can see 3 goals again. But a 5-3 win over Liverpool is massive at this stage of the season. Our first win in this series so far against them. And that is massive. 5-3 win. Rangers on form. Haaland was brilliant as well. Doku, Semenyo. Anderson came on and made an impact as well. Some really good performance in there from Manchester City. Vardiol as well at the back. But we need to find a better partner for him maybe, because Diaz at the moment isn't quite it. Maybe Stones isn't it. Maybe Victor Heiss. Your chance is coming. Also Kusanov, who's been a bit poor at the start of the season. So we did win our opening game with the UEFA Champions League. We're on 3 points. Match day 2 will be against Napoli at home. And once again, a similar narrative to what we saw last season. It's return of Kevin De Bruyne to the Etihad. And hopefully he does start in the last one. I think he came on as a substitute. Well, this is time we're with against Napoli today in goals. Starts Gianluigi Donnarumma. Is El Hilali, Kusano, Vardiol and O'Reilly City's back four. Midfield three of captain Rodri, Tajani, Reinders and Ryan Cherki. On the right, Savinho. On the left, Jeremy Doku. And through the middle, it's Erling Haaland. On the bench, you've got Marmoush, Semenyo, Foden, Lewis, Anderson, Nico, Ait Nuri and John Stones. Well, there's Moonbeam enjoying himself before this one at the Etihad for match day 2 in the UEFA Champions League. Napoli at the side, we're up against one of the best sides in Italy. And they once again have Kevin De Bruyne in the team. Hopefully he does start against the stay, and I do believe he does start against his former team, which will be great to see, and he will get a fantastic welcome back once again. Of course, he actually picked up a long-term hamstring injury not long after playing the game against City, actually, in the Champions League, and that kept him out for most of the season. Whether he went to the World Cup with Belgium because of that injury, I'm not quite sure, but he's back in the Napoli side. And he does captain Napoli today, Kevin De Bruyne. A leader on and off the field. And he's their leader now. Up against Rodri as they come out. You can see they're Napoli at the moment in 8th place. Doesn't really matter after just a few games. They've only played one game each. That doesn't really count. But they've had a good season so far, I think. At the start of the season, they've had a good start to Serie A. Be interesting to see how they do play today. Let's see how Antonio Conte does line up. Do they go to a back 5 or do they stick to a back 4? Are they playing defensively or play a bit more open like they did last season? And we took them apart, didn't we? Well, there's your City side for UEFA Champions League action, captained by Rodri, who has put behind that nasty ACL injury, hasn't he, and really decided to kickstart his City career once again, back to the level that he once was. So Kevin De Bruyne captains Napoli. Scott McTominay is in there. Pedro Porro has been signed from Spurs. That's an interesting one. In goal is Unai Simon, Romelu Lukaku. Him and De Bruyne have a wonderful connection. He starts up top. So let's see then. I think it is a back 4 for them. Simeone on the bench, Manoith as well. So it is Unai Simon in goal. It's Porro, Romani there, Miguel Gutierrez in there, Lobotka in the back line, and midfield anyway. McTominay, Politano, Noah Lang on the left-hand side, Lukaku for the middle. Kevin De Bruyne providing for his fellow Belgian international teammate. Doku. That's also trouble created by Doku. O'Reilly. Rodri. Doku. Turns here. Past Porro, Doku. Brilliant by Doku into Erling Haaland. Narrow angle. Misses the post. El Hilali. Cherki. Brilliant by Cherki. Brilliant from Cherki here. Cross it in towards Doku at the far post. Well away. Cherki, great pass wide to Doku. There's Pedro Porro here. Into Tajani Reinders. What a ball by Doku. Reinders. Into Haaland here. And Erling Haaland misses his second chance at the near post. He's not impressed. Rodri. Kusanov. Vardiol. Rodri. Cherki. Savinho. Savinho. Back to Ryan Cherki. And Manchester City have the lead. Good play by Savinho. I've just been saying he's not been quite as impressive on that right-hand side today. But that was good from Savinho. He made them think the cross was coming, which it wasn't. He was going to fire it across the box. It's not worked out today doing that. Instead, he pulls it back, and Ryan Cherki hits it nice and true. Good finish by Cherki. Past Unai Simon. That's Manchester City. 1-0 up now. McTominay against O'Reilly wins the battle. McTominay has to pull it back. Lobotka. Politano. Lukaku into the middle here. And there you go, clean sheet gone again, and it's a good goal from captain Kevin De Bruyne. Former City man scores against us. What a ball in by Lukaku. And that defence still can't keep a clean sheet. Here's Lang. Kusanov, good challenge, El Hilali. Oh, he's been bullied there by Lukaku. And City in a bit of trouble there, Lukaku. El Hilali recovering. Lang. El Hilali with him. Cross can't be blocked. Vardiol gets it away. Kusanov with another mistake. Reinders. Nice ball in towards Marmoush. Immediate impact perhaps from Marmoush. Erling Haaland with a thumping strike. Sneaks it under Unai Simon for 2-1. He's not a great game today, Erling Haaland, but there you go. He gets a goal for himself. Marmoush in behind. Immediate impact. I just hit it with so much power. Simon gets the fingertips on it, but he cannot keep it out. No way of keeping that one out. Manchester City lead by 2-1. Lang, now he's going to take on Kusanov. He won't beat him in a foot race. Kusanov nice and strong, well played. Oh, El Hilali gives it back to De Bruyne. Lukaku, Vardiol dives in. Lukaku, Kusanov can't stop him. Lukaku! 2-2 and Napoli score at the death. It's terrible defending individually there. I don't need to see that again to know that was poor. Well, our defence is a problem because when our forward line isn't scoring, our defence is doing that. A 2-2 draw in Napoli, the points shared in the UEFA Champions League. I think that's a game we should be winning. And too often the defence are letting goals ship. And we need to change something defensively because we cannot continue with these performances. And maybe it's time for Victor Heist to get a big chance. I mean, Donnarumma as well isn't particularly performing. Maybe it would have been James Trafford's chance to come in. I don't know. Full-time 2-0 in Napoli. We put that Napoli game behind us and we go into another Premier League fixture. In a simulation, we've been quite good defensively. Not quite today because we do concede against Southampton at home. But it's a 4-1 win for Manchester City with goals from Oscar Bob, a double for Erling Haaland and a goal for Rodri as well. Gets a 4-1 win. Jander scores from them for another 3 points and we continue our 100% record at the start of this Premier League season. Well, this is absolutely massive news because Ruben Amorim, will they ever win again? Well, Ruben Amorim's been sacked by Manchester United. Our next game is the Manchester Derby, and before they even play a derby, they've said, Ruben Amorim, you're out. Sacked by Manchester United, I don't know who they're going to bring in to replace him. Zinedine Zidane perhaps an option, or someone like that, maybe linked with a club. I'm surprised that they have sacked him. They've given up the project that Amorim's been running. It's not been good enough, has it? And there's no surprise that he's gone. So this is what I'm going to go with for the Manchester Derby. Donnarumma starts in goal. It's Cristiano Diaz, Vardiol, and it's going to be actually Nico O'Reilly in at left back. I prefer him in that position. He's doing really well there. Head of Nuri, in fact. It's Rodri, Shirky and Foden in the midfield three. It's Semenyo, Doku and Haaland the front three with Marmoush, Savinho, Reinders, Anderson, Nico Nuri, El Hilali, Stones, and also Bataya on that bench. So Old Trafford is where we travel now for Manchester City against Manchester United. Local derby, and they are without a manager because just before this game they sacked Ruben Amorim. That is a surprise. That is a bit of a shock. And just before the derby, would you really do that? Well, clearly Manchester United are looking for a new man to be in charge. Who they'd put in charge, I don't know. Whether for some reason EA might have not sorted it out. Could we see Ruben Amorim in the dugout today for Manchester United? We still could see him there. I suspect he won't be. Surely someone will be in charge, or will it be a sort of caretaker manager in charge of Manchester United? I'm not quite sure. Will they still line up in that back three? Will they return to a back four? It does make it a bit of an unknown for Pep Guardiola to come up against it again today. But we've got 100% record so far in the Premier League. We've been absolutely incredible. We've been incredible, barring the defensive side of the game. But we've sort of created a style where it's, we'll score more than you. You try and stop us. And that is how it has been. So we'll have to see how United do line up, but it looks like they will be captained by the experienced Harry Maguire. How does Ruben Amorim's side, or former side, line up today? So United starting a 5-2-3 formation. They still stay in that formation. Lamin's in goal. It's a back four or back five. What is that team? What is this team? Tariq Malassi is back in as well. And Buemo, Šeško and Cunha the front three. It says manager Ruben Amorim, but we know he's on his way out. Sancho is even on the bench. T versus Man United underway. I can't believe Man United as a team look like that. I can't believe that is their starting 11. I mean, I don't even know who is at right back. I don't know what's happening. Shirky pings in behind towards Doku here, in towards Erling. Haaland with a header! Straight at Lamens. What a chance that was. What a chance that was. City already started really strongly. What a ball over top by Shirky. United should be... This could be a cricket score today. I actually genuinely believe with no manager, Man United are going to be in big trouble. Fernandez. Out they go to Lenny Yoro. And Buemo against O'Reilly. Good pace initially against him. Back into this inside they go. United keeping a bit of possession at the start of this one, which is good for them, as O'Reilly goes and takes it off the wing back into Doku. Haaland. Back through to Doku. This trouble for United here because Lenny Yoro's lost him. Doku. Jeremy Doku! Saved by Lemons. Haaland the rebound and away. Shirky, Foden. Doku, what a run. Doku in towards Erling Haaland, and Manchester City have the lead. Just behind Erling Haaland, Doku pulls it. That's no problem. And Haaland puts it in for his 13th in 8 games. Onto Semenyo here up against Harry Maguire. Inside by Semenyo. Haaland back through to Semenyo. Antoine Semenyo! And a big save by Lamens, who stops it nestled in the top corner. Semenyo, Rodri. Haaland, little layoff to Shirky again. And the ball into Semenyo is brilliant. And here's Antoine Semenyo in the Manchester Derby. Antoine Semenyo makes it 2-0. Could have played to Haaland, but he got the assist for Shirky and the goal from himself. 5 in 7 appearances. And he is turning out to be one of the signings of the summer already. Kusanov. Semenyo. Foden. Runs into the box here. One of them is Erling Haaland, who makes it 3. What a ball by Phil Foden. Haaland makes... You see Doku make the run as well. United didn't know how to deal with it. You've got Doku and Haaland both bombing into the box, really putting that pressure on. They don't know how to deal with it. Look at that run by Semenyo. United can't handle him. Semenyo. Semenyo. Antoine Semenyo makes it 4. Doesn't need Haaland in the middle. Antoine Semenyo scores. 6 in 7 now for Manchester City's new man. City don't give up here. Foden. Semenyo. What a ball. Haaland's in. Haaland makes it. 5-0 Manchester City. What a ball by Semenyo in behind. An assist for him. A goal for Erling Haaland, who gets his hat-trick today. At Old Trafford, 5-0. And it's no surprise Ruben Amorim's been sacked. I mean, still would he be seeing this performance? I don't know. What a ball at the top by Semenyo. Look at that by Erling Haaland. So composed to lift it over the goalkeeper Lemons. Look at that. Just lifts it over him. Watched it at the back of the net. 5-0 Manchester City and Erling Haaland's hat-trick. Oh, Doku. They're in trouble again at United. It's Jeremy Doku. It's 6. What have we created here at Manchester City? What is Pep Guardiola building? The second goal of the season. This could be Pep's last season, by the way. And we are building a monster of a team. Good feet. Oh, get a bit lucky there, United. Diaz, that's poor defending. And Mbuemo, saved by Donnarumma. And then Mbuemo puts it wide. What a miss. Mainu is off for them. Ugarte is going to come on. Through to Marmoush. Marmoush across to Savinho for 7. Brilliant from Marmoush. Unselfish from Omar Marmoush. And Savinho gets his first of the season. 7-0 Manchester City. Good tackle by Nico Cruncher. Good challenge. And that is full time. A 7-0 win in the Manchester derby. I can't believe it. And Manchester United keep getting worse and worse, don't they? Erling Haaland with a hat-trick. City dominate. City destroy Man United. What is this monster that Pep Guardiola is building in the Etihad? And also, a clean sheet. A clean sheet. Kusanov, Diaz, Vardy, O'Reilly. That is our best defence. Well, no surprise, super high ratings in the analysis of the players in that performance. I mean, look at those ratings I've given there. Doku, Haaland, Semenyo, Foden, all in ridiculously high ratings. The same comes to the back line as well. I mean, just so many good performances. I mean, how can you not give that sort of ratings when you come out with that sort of result in a Manchester derby? It's pretty much unheard of, and that performance is incredible. And it actually ups our analysis now. Best 11 so far for the season, so we can sort of combine the 3-4 games that we've finalised so far and put into a squad that's looking like this. Donnarumma on 82, Kusanov on 82, Diaz 83, Vardy 78 and O'Reilly 81, and you've got that really good midfield. Foden so far the highest performer of the season in terms of our analysis. Doku, Haaland and Semenyo up there as well. I mean, it's pretty clear, I feel, at the moment, what is our best starting 11. I would say that is our best starting 11, and we saw it against United, and we've seen it throughout the season so far. They are our best performers, and I'd like to see them performing more week in, week out, that sort of level. And I mean, so far this season we have done. If we can defend like that and keep a clean sheet more often as well, then we are probably the most unstoppable team in Europe, in my eyes, at the moment in this save. Well, next we welcome PSV Eindhoven at home to the Etihad, where City only pick up a draw again. In the UEFA Champions League, we haven't started well at all. A draw against Napoli at home, and now a draw against PSV. They did score early through Alexander Play in the 43rd minute. It was Rodri equalising the 55th, but we just couldn't find the way through to get all 3 points. Another point share between a side we should be beating. As we look ahead towards the January transfer window, one of our strikers, David Mbama, who stuck around the side, we couldn't find a loan move for him. We finally got one identified. He's going to join his former side, West Ham United, on loan till the end of the season. That's a good move for him. And we continue our 100% record in the Premier League so far with a 4-2 win against 16th place Burnley at home. Kyle Walker does get a goal on his return to the Etihad, but it's Haaland, Joško Vardy, Tajani Reinders and Antoine Semenyo with City's 4 goals to get City another 3 points. One game remains in the episode. It's a chance to rotate as we go and play in the Carabao Cup. This is how we're going to go with against Brentford in the Carabao Cup today. In goal starts Bataya. It's going to be Stones and Vita Hayes partnering with Nunez and Aitnuri in the fullback areas. Lewis, Nico and Anderson in the midfield 3. Bob, Marmoush and Savinho the front 3. Still a really strong side. We've still got Haaland, we've got O'Reilly and El Hilali as the senior players on the bench. But we can also bring in Max Alain, Stefan Mafuni, also Mukasa, Heskey and Makadu. 5 changes possible, and we could bring all 5 of those youngsters on today if we are in the lead. The big man up top for Brentford is this man, Lois Openda, signed from RB Leipzig for some big money. Let's see if he does actually make an impact for this team. It's going to be very difficult, I think, to beat Brentford comfortably and bring those youngsters on because we know they are a good side. Keith Andrews is doing a decent enough job. They've stayed in the Premier League. They've spent big money. I think Openda came in for around 70 million euros, which is a lot of money to spend for a side like Brentford, but they believe they'll keep them in the Premier League. It's Carabao Cup action. It's Manchester City versus Brentford. 2 sides will come out to the field with a lot of youngsters in that City side and maybe some youngsters in that Brentford side as well. But they'll be thinking about this is their chance at possibly winning some silverware. Let's see how Brentford do line up. I think the initial feeling is Thomas Frank's former side and now Keith Andrews' team have got a really strong starting 11 out there. So this is the Brentford side, then they do go full strength. And what's interesting to see in the Brentford side is number 35 in there. It's Claudio Echeverri on loan from Manchester City. He starts against us. Coyotes at right back, Oliveira at left back. Gila and also Collins partner in there in the defensive areas. Shah and Salamakers in that team as well. It looks a very strong Brentford side. It's good to see Echeverri up against us. Still going here, Savinho. He's evading challenges, Savinho. Lewis. Oscar Bob. Nice touches. Oscar Bob hits one. What a hit from Oscar Bob. Well, as your backup right winger goes. Pretty impressive. I mean, he backs up Antoine Semenyo, doesn't he, for this City side? And he does a pretty good job doing it. And there you go. Immediate impact. I mean, maybe it's too big of a step up for Elliot Anderson. We've seen it happen how many times before. There's a ball behind to Shada here. Matheus Nunes has lost him. He cuts it back to Openda. And Bataya makes a really good save and away by Aitnuri. Savinho in there down to Salamakers. Openda again. Another save by Bataya. White to Nunes. And through the middle to Oscar Bob. He's away from Collins here. And Bob gets away from him. And Oscar Bob, who's already made an impact today. And Oscar Bob should finish that chance. He doesn't. Nunes with him. Back to Openda. There you go. He's a really good player, Lois Openda. And that's a fantastic finish across Bataya. Pull back to him by Shada. Nico not tight enough. Openda hits it. Side netting beats Bataya 1-1. Giller across. Back into Lewis. And Anderson hits one here and a good save by Kelleher. Good feet. Shada. Openda. Chance again! What a goal by Brentford that is. 2 on Brentford. What a goal. Really well worked and really well finished by Yamaluk from the midfield. Frustrating to concede it, but what a goal that is there. Echeverri. He's having a great game, Claudio Echeverri. His pace is causing all sorts of problems. There's Lois Openda. And Vita Hayes chases, but Openda's so quick here. Vita Hayes can't stop him, but Bataya can. Marmoush through to Savinho here for City. Makeda attacking the far post. Savinho. It's Marmoush! Oh, there you go. An absolute superstar. Omar Marmoush makes it 2-2. What a finish. What a finish by Omar Marmoush. Drops the shoulder onto that right foot. Sets himself. Wow. That is an absolutely wonderful strike by Omar Marmoush. It really is, isn't it? Nice skill. He's pulled it back. Openda wrong side of Vita Hayes. Stones in there as well. What a goal by Openda, 3-2. That defence is a really struggling defence and Openda makes it 3-2. Openda. Been so good. He's really good. Oh, again, brilliant. Salamakers. Makes it 4-2 Brentford. We are going out, aren't we, here? 4-2. Salamakers with a goal. Defence has really struggled. Lewis. Makeda. To the byline, Makeda. Still going Makeda. Makeda! Haaland chance! Blocked! Goal from Haaland. Straight off the bench he scores. 4-3. A bit fortunate, but we'll take it. Ryan Makeda causing problems on that right side. Brilliant. Look at this from Makeda. Oh, it's an own goal. I don't think it's a Haaland goal. It's an own goal. Marmouche. Heskey. On towards Aitnuri. Haaland is in the middle. Haaland is free. Haaland makes it 4-4. Erling Haaland has made an impact. 4-4 Manchester City. These young players have performed really well as well, by the way. McAdoo. Back to Anderson. Into Marmouche. Oh. A better pass by Anderson. And City win this game there. Is it extra time or is it straight to penalties? I think it'll be straight to penalties in the Carabao Cup. Openda's been unreal, by the way, for them up top as well. So Lois Openda for the first penalty. Against Bataya. We don't tend to save penalties very well. Bataya goes for it and Openda hits the post. What a start. Omar Musha, Manchester City. On top right-hand corner. Dispatched it well, the Egyptian 1-0 we lead here. Sharda against Bataya. Sends in the wrong way. Good penalty from Kevin Sharda. It's Rico Lewis. Bottom right-hand corner. Finished and dispatched by Rico Lewis. Jordan Henderson against Bataya. Sends Bataya the wrong way. Good penalty. Now it's Elliot Anderson, who's not had the best of starts. These Manchester City careers on top left-hand corner. Elliot Anderson. And a good penalty by him. Damsgaard against Bataya. Can we save just one? Down the middle by Damsgaard. Good penalty. Young Ryan McAdoo against Kelleher. And Ryan McAdoo dispatches a penalty well, the youngster. If Brentford miss this, we don't need the final penalty. Yamaluk versus Bataya. Bataya makes the save, and Manchester City are through in the Carabao Cup, and our new goalkeeper signed this summer as a new backup goalkeeper to John Yoliti. Augusto Bataya is the hero. A save that meant Erling Haaland didn't have to take the final penalty with all the pressure on him. Yamaluk, good penalty really, but it's really predicted by Bataya, and City have the win. And that ends today's episode. Thanks for watching. Please like the video if you haven't already. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're through in the Carabao Cup. The youngsters make their first appearance of the season and they look good. City still on form despite conceding goals. And things are looking pretty positive so far for Season 2. We'll see you guys next time.